programme this week. Our crew heads to the London Freeze. Zoe Gillings tells us her winter season plans. And prepare for the snow with Warren Smith. Hello and welcome to the Snowcast. Well, as you can see, we're back in the studio after a very busy week at the London Ski Show, and it was Dan's first show. How did you find it?
Yeah, it was really good. I must, agree with you. It was a really, really busy time, but really good to meet up with all the members. On top of that, we also managed to meet up with Zoe Gillings, who's currently ranked 4th in the world at Bordercross, to find out what she's been up to over the summer.
I went out for a camp in Des Alpes for about 2 weeks in the summer, and then last month I went to a World Cup competition in Argentina. I came 4th in that competition, which was a brilliant start to the season. Absolutely fantastic. It also means I'm now ranked 4th in the world as well, which I'm quite stoked by.
Now, 10,000 spectators were down at the London Freeze this weekend to soak up the atmosphere. The competitors pulled some impressive moves off the 35-metre high ramp, with international skiers battling it out in the freestyle event and boarders going for gold in the big air. In the end, PK Hunter became the first ever London freestyle champion, and Finnish boarder Pitu Puroinen topped the podium in the big air, gaining valuable FIS points.
Yeah, first FIS contest and first victory. It couldn't go better, so I'm stoked.
It was the first time ever a Snowboard World Cup event has been held on British shores, and we found out what some of you thought of it.
Oh, it was crazy. We saw it on the train, we were going to train to Victoria, and we saw it and we were like, whoa, it's all good though. I've just never seen anything like this. So we've got the jump, we've got the après ski, we've got the big names, we've got the really big tricks.
I think it's worked really well. There wasn't as many people as I thought there'd be. But I think it's the first year, it's going to take off. If it goes on like it did today, it's going to be huge.
Now, Jules, how's your ski fitness at the moment?
Well, I'm actually a boarder, but still my fitness could be a bit better.
Well, maybe you'd like to go to one of Warren Smith's Prepare for Snow talks, which started this week. We asked him to tell us a little bit more about it.
The idea of who it would attract was quite interesting, because last night we did the Manchester talk at the Chill Factory, and we had everybody in the audience from a complete beginner, never been skiing before, actually preparing for their first experience on snow, right up to people who are racers, athletes and ski instructors. And we get to see, certainly over the last 10, 15 years of looking at it, it's always the same issues, usually with skiers' flex pattern, which can be affected by ski boots, can be affected by tightness in certain muscle groups, or just by general awareness. We also look at symmetry. So many skiers ski with an A-frame and a non-symmetrical stance. We take a look at that and give people an opportunity to actually work on exercises and test themselves at these talks, so they can go away with something and even score themselves and basically try and change their scores before they go on their winter holidays. So the talks really give people a bit of a background and insight as to how they can change elements of their skiing before they actually go on the mountain, raise their awareness and hopefully give them something to go away with that's going to be a bit of a positive outcome on their winter holiday.
The talks continue to tour the country over the next 2 weeks, with the next series being on avalanche safety. You can check out the events calendar on our website for more details.
And now for the snow. Now, as many of you may have seen this week, season seems to have started early in the UK. We've even got a news story on the website with lots of lovely pictures from around the country, so have a look at that. And across the Alps, there's a huge storm that has been dumping loads of snow in Austria, Switzerland, everywhere you can think of. I'll kick off with Austria. There's fresh snow in all the glacier resorts there, with 20 centimetres falling at Kaprun, and Hintertux is actually closed because there's so much snow. So when it reopens, it's going to be epic.
The theme continues over in France. In Tignes, it snowed 30 centimetres last night. There's more heavy snow forecast on the way. Also, Des Alpes received about 10 centimetres snow last night as well.
And now I can barely contain myself. In Switzerland, it's everywhere, and Zasve has to be dump of the week. They've already had 80 centimetres since Monday, and they're forecast another 76. It's just fantastic.
In Italy, Val Senales took 10 centimetres last night, with more on the way. And in Trevinia and the Presena Glacier, they've got a lot of snow predicted over the next week or so, and they're opening this weekend, so it looks like it'll be a fantastic first week.
Now, over in North America, it's quite mild in Whistler at the moment, but the temperatures are set to plummet on Sunday and heavy snow is forecast. They're due to open on the 27th of November.
Down in the Southern Hemisphere, all resorts in Australia have now closed. New Zealand, it's fairly similar. After a fantastic season, most resorts are closed. The only one open on the North Island is Chiroa, and Whakapapa closed on Monday.
And in Chile and Argentina, the resorts that we report on are now closed for the 2008 season.
Well, it seems like the Northern Hemisphere is going to have an excellent season this year. And now on Ski TV this week, you came, we filmed, you ranted. Yes, the Ski TV rants are back for another year, and we found out what was on your mind.
Earliest ski memory would have to be...
Very, very good ones, very bad ones, very funny ones. But I'm still alive, guys, I'm still alive.
I remember breaking my leg.
I popped out of the womb wearing a ski boot. Wasn't too pleasant for my mother.
Getting knocked off a cat track by a fat German and landed upside down a tree.
As the ski lift came round, I fell off into the ditch behind it, and my wife was on the ski lift chair and she went down and I wasn't on the chair, so she was dead worried and she went to church and started praying, and then I appeared a few months later and she was happy. Yeah.
5 years old, I had a runny nose and then, Mom, I don't want to go skiing.
Well, if you missed the Metro Ski Show, you've still got a chance to have a rant at the Birmingham Ski Show this weekend, where we'll have a ski club and a Ski TV stand.
Well, that's it. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.